Okay, y'all, what do you think of this? All right, this is my top option for my travel outfit. Going down, this is a recent purchase from Shein. I believe it is most likely a dupe of some other type of sweatsuit material jumper. But this was for a fraction of the cost, although I will say it was a little bit more than what I like to pay for on Shein, which was it's like $28. Now, quick side note, you know I love to film outside, which is what I'm doing, but it's a gorgeous day and people are mowing their lawn, so we have some lawnmower noise. So I'm either going to have to pause it, I have to do a voiceover, or we're just going to have to work through it. So actually, for right now, let me pause it for a quick second. Okay, we are back. Let me make sure we are still filming. Okay, so let me take you through a few things that I do when I am going somewhere. First, when I first find out, I start thinking about where I'm going, how long I'm going to be there, the type of activities that I want to do. But standard operating procedure for me is I will have at least 2 outfits, one for the day and one for the evening, like going to dinner. And then 1 or 2 excursion outfits. So depending upon what you're going to do, if you're going to do something like ATVing, of course you would need a pair of jeans. If you're just going to a beach, of course it would be some type of bathing suit that you had a like a cover up over that you wouldn't mind wearing off the ship. So this is just not. All right, y'all, I'm back. Being outside did not work. Too loud. So here we are. So what I was saying was when I know I have a trip, there are certain things I know that I'm going to take with me. A daytime outfit, an evening outfit, which will usually be something for dinner, and something that I could wear if I'm, for instance, on a cruise and I know I'm going to be going to the club or a comedy show or something like that. So having said that, this right here is, I'm like almost 99% sure this is going to be my on the airplane going down fit. And that is because I get really cold on the plane. I'm just cold natured lately here. So I want to be nice and cozy. But the trick is, as soon as you land, you are hot and you want to be in vacation mode and you don't want to have on all these sweats and jackets. So what I typically do is whatever I'm wearing, even though it's cozy on the plane, it is something that I can break out of and I will have my first day outfit underneath. So that is what I have done. Let me show you, well, what my plan is. Also, recently here, I have lost a few pounds, and so I've had the issue plenty of times before when something is too tight, but never too big. And I have run into that several times in planning for this trip. I'm not complaining, good problem to have. So I'm at the airport, I go to the restroom, I take this off really quickly, and boom, I have on this crochet short set. I believe this is from Walmart. Let me get up close. It is open weave, so I either have to have like a little onesie on over that, under that. Yeah, I think that would be best because I don't want to be walking around at the airport and the transfer to the resort and just bathing suit under this, because it's like just having like underwear on underneath. So what I would probably have on is like, you know, like a little exercise outfit that has the like biker shorts and a little tank top. So boom, we are out of this. Now, some people would say two things wrong with this. One, it's a jumper. And what if you have to go to the restroom, especially on the airport? Obviously, that is not my intention or my plan. I plan to go right before I get on. It is a relatively short flight to Mexico and go right when I get off. The other issue is these are a little bit long, so I am going to take it to my tailor and see what it costs to get them hemmed. I've actually never had my sweatpants hemmed before, but we'll see how much that costs. If it is more than like 20 or 30 bucks, then I will either use hemming tape that fuses the fabric together with heat, or I'm not above using just sticky hemming tape, which is not permanent. It literally would probably just work for that one trip, and then I could decide what I wanted to do more permanently. That's the easiest and quickest solution. I can do it with the tape that fuses it together. It just takes a little bit longer, and frankly right now I don't know if I want to do that. So then boom, I have this one. I feel like it is a little bit larger than when I last had it on, but I think it would definitely work for the resort. The other issue with resorts is you'll be outside, it'll be hot as all get out, but then when you go to a restaurant or you go inside your room, it's cold. So I like to have a cover up with me as well, so that's another layer. I will definitely be taking either my Aran sandals, which is kind of silver metallic, or my Valentino slides, which are more like nude gold, and they have the V is in gold. So it's just a matter of if I want to do silver or gold. I won't take both. And then for my other pair of shoes, or I'll go through them, I like to take a nice pair of walking shoes. Now these could be tennis shoes, but they get hot. So you can see, y'all, I love these shoes. They are worn out. I actually have another pair, which is by the same designer, similar style. I couldn't find this exact same style. So I intend to keep wearing these because I feel like I can still get a few more trips out of them. So I'll have my walking shoes, these shoes. Every trip I take a pair of tennis shoes. I usually wear tennis shoes on the plane. And from the past like 10 times I've gone that I've taken them, I don't think I've ever used them actually on the trip. So I am contemplating not taking them just because it's a short trip. I don't plan to do any excursions like tree climbing or excursions or hiking or ATVing where I think I would need the tennis shoes. So I would probably will leave them. But you know, I get cold. I'm a cold fatty, so I will be wearing socks with these. I'm not afraid to do that. The other pair of shoes I have are a pair of flip-flops to wear inside of the room. I do not go barefoot. More likely to do it if it is wood or tile, but I try not to go barefoot at all, and especially on carpet. So I have my flip-flops, I have my walking shoes, I have these slides. I probably will take either another pair of flip-flops to wear specifically down by the pool, something rubber so that they can get wet, or I may just stick with my Aran or my Valentino slides and one or two pair of heels. Right now, I'm thinking about two pairs. One is basic black, but you know there's a little bit of razzle-dazzle to it. And the other pair is, they're cute. Actually, hold on a second and I'll show you them. Hold on, I'll be right back. So I brought down the Valentino slides. So I'll either take those, the gold V, or the metallic ones. So my Razzle Dazzle shoes, I'm thinking about taking these. They are from Shein. They have that cute palm tree. I haven't had the opportunity to wear them yet. And then I will take a plain pair of slides, but you know, like I said, they always have to have some Razzle Dazzle. These have, I think they're called shark teeth heels, the cantilever heel with the shark teeth. I have a couple of pair that are just slide-ons like this, and then the heel is exaggerated, maybe with a chain or a circle or a heart. So I will take one of those. So we have the slides, the walking shoes, two pair of high heels, my flip-flops, 5 pair of shoes. I think we're gonna be gone 5 days, 4 nights. I think that's reasonable. So there were also a couple other items that I wasn't sure about in terms of evening wear. I think I'm pretty good on my bathing suits. And I have been doing great, y'all, with my thrifting, but I did go today and let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 items, and I spent $10. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that. But some of these items might be able to take on the cruise, so I'll save, actually, yeah, 2 items. So I figured I would do this, let's get ready, or what I go through when I pack, my thought process, as well as a little mini thrift haul. So let me try on the first piece for you. And that is these adorable pajama pants. I was thinking, you know, you just want to be comfortable when you're back in your room. And these are so cute. They are licensed M&M pants. And I don't know if you guys know the trick, but it really does work. If you are in a thrift store and you can't try something on and you want to see if it fits, you put it around your neck, and if you can touch it to the back, it fits. Now, that means it does touch your skin, but again, if you can't, try it on all the way. So they're 100% cotton, little drawstring. So I thought these were really cute. It would have been so cute if they had like a little shirt to match, but they didn't. So all the little M&Ms, and I can take any type of tea and throw on with that. So I'm thinking I'll take that. Let's see, I said 4 nights. I could get away with 1 pair of pajamas because I'm a nighttime showerer, and especially on vacation, I always shower before I get into bed, but I think I will take 2. Then the next item are these cool pants. Obviously, when you see them, you think beach cover-up, but I'm thinking if I have some type of bodysuit similar to what I have on now, I can wear them to dinner as well. Also, they're super long, so I would have to wear heels with them anyway. So let me take this shirt off. And let me try this on. Now this little cover up still has the tags. It's Boohoo, which I don't typically shop at, and I don't typically thrift fast fashion. The one notable exception, I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. All right, had some background noise interference. I just went ahead and put on the fit. So what I was saying is I do not typically thrift fast fashion, Shein, Boohoo. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Those ones. I will thrift Zara, Mango, those type of ones. The one exception to fast fashion that I don't mind thrifting is Fashion Nova. I find a lot of tags on those items, and they do actually have some really good quality pieces on their Luxe line, so I've been very lucky with that. So anyway, back to these cover-up pants. Now, I have on heels, the heels I was planning to take, and right away I see 2 problems. First of all, the netting is getting caught in the teeth. That's number 1. And number 2, even with the heel, it is way too long. Way too long. So when I first saw these, I was like, I'll just cut them off. But it has this adorable scallop detail on the heel. Let me come in to show you. Let's see if we can get up there. Let's see. Can you see that? So if I cut them, I'm going to lose that. They were $6, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. And because they were only $6, it's not something I'm going to invest $20 to have her, cut it up here and rehem it and keep the scallop edges. So not sure what I'm going to do about that. But I do love this Boohoo cover up. Like I said, this still had tags on it. I could wear this as a vest to work with a white button down under it, or a turtleneck under it as kind of like a tunic. I can wear it on vacation as a beach cover-up. You could even belt it and wear it, like I said, if you have like a little jumper underneath with the shorts, you could wear it as a little mini dress. So pretty pleased with this purchase. So there's like 3 good thrift stores in my area, and and this particular thrift store has half off of 3 color tags every Sunday. So 2 of the items I got, which was this and these pants, were green. So this was I think $5 with the half off, and this was $4, so that was $9. And then these pants were regularly $6, but y'all, I had a $10 credit there that I didn't even realize. So I ended up paying like $5 or $6 for all 3 pieces. Then my M&M pajama pants, they were only $5. They were not the color of the week. Those were from the Goodwill in Southern Maryland. So let me go ahead and take off these shoes that I have to unhook the teeth with. So just talking through this with you guys, I'm probably not going to take the yellow pants because the heels I'll have to take will be too high and too clunky. But don't worry, I'm going to figure out some kind of way to how to use them. I think they're really cute. And I do think I'm going to take this. It's also like a heavier knit. So I feel like while it will definitely keep you cool because it's such a wide knit with the pattern, that it will still, you know, if I had this on and I went to the restaurant, it still gives you some coverage. And you know, I'm not afraid or beyond or above, I guess is the word I'm looking for, taking it off and using it as a little wrap for around my shoulders. I mean, if you were really cold, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I think I will take this one. And then the last item that I got from the thrift store, which I will not be taking, are these skinny jeans. They are Massimo, which I believe is the retail place we are not shopping at right now. But what really stood out to me was the pattern on the jean, just this kind of scroll. I wouldn't call that a paisley, but with the light green and the cream. So I just really liked the style of these jeans. Nothing jumped out at me immediately on what I could style it with. And I know all the fashion gurus, all the fashion girlies, all the thrift queens say you should have in your mind at least 3 or 5 ways that you can wear something if you're going to purchase it. If I like something and it speaks to me and it's a reasonable price, that's probably the biggest thing, I will get it. I know that I can find something in my closet. Now, keep in mind, I have on a full bodysuit under it. It's giving leggings. But I could definitely wear it with some cream boots and a cream sweater. I just really enjoyed the pattern on it here. So that was my thrift haul mixed in with me deciding on what I am going to take on vacation. So now the next step is to launder all of these items. So like I said, I pull everything out, everything that I may want to take. So 4 days or 5 days, 4 nights, I pull out all the bathing suits I just have in my mind that I want to take, all the dinner outfits, all the day outfits, and then I start to weed them out based on, oh, maybe I wore that last vacation, maybe that's too tight, maybe it's too big. I have in the past tried to go with like a color combination or, you know, a color theme just because they say that makes it easier to pack. But I like variety, so I don't feel like it helps me. I mean, I did that last year when we went to Cancun. It was kind of like, I think it was like blue and white, and it was okay, but I just feel like I want to have more variety. So after I pull everything out, I start to wheedle it. I start to weed out the things that I'm not interested in. Here is another item I'm contemplating taking. So remember when I said, you know, it gets chilly either in the restaurant or in your room, and you want to have something, but not necessarily something that you're going to like sleep in, because maybe you're just going to your room just for a little bit. So I have this very dramatic, I don't even know if this is considered a shirt or a robe or a kimono. When I saw it, the way it was styled, it was like a shirt. They had it buttoned up and tucked in the front. I've worn it like that, but you know, and believe it or not, y'all, this is a large. Like I said, now that I've lost a few pounds, it's even bigger. But what I love are the sleeves. I love the ruffle. I love the dramatics. So you can obviously see this as a cover up at the pool. I can wear this to any dinner as a cover up if I get chilly. And I believe this is 100% polyester. It'll roll up nice and tightly. So I am leaning toward taking this item. And I think there are a few more items I may be on the fence about. So I will bring out those items and show you. And then when you see my travel blog, you can just be surprised by everything that I've actually decided to take. Maybe you can drop a comment below and tell me what you think I should or shouldn't take, or based on my personal style, what you think I took. All right, here is another fit that I haven't had the opportunity to wear yet. And if you haven't had the opportunity to watch on my videos, you may have discovered by now that my aesthetic is very much adornment, fringe, tassels, sequins, maybe not so much sequins, but rhinestones, netting, crochet, different patterns, bright colors. That is very much me. So this will be cute for by the pool. If I wanted to wear it to dinner, just throw a bodysuit on under it. I don't know why, but I'm having trouble keeping it on my shoulders. And I've tied it as tight. Let's see if I can tie it any tighter. That's not helping the shoulders. I guess I could pin it to whatever I'm wearing underneath if I was wearing it to dinner. But when you have to start fooling around with something too much, then you see how it's just falling. Then you're like, you know, is it worth it? Also, you could pair this shirt with a turtleneck and convert it to a wintertime or fall look. And again, if you're wearing a full bodysuit, there's no reason you couldn't wear this during the fall or when you weren't on vacation. So, and this is Shein. I find that a lot of my resort wear I can find very, very affordably on Shein, and I have actually found not a different item, but the exact same item. A lot of times you'll find it on Amazon or some of the other fast fashion places. So I am going to try on the last item for you. And then the other thing about this is because of all the fringe and holes, you got to be careful putting it on that you don't snag it. Maybe I could just take the skirt and not the shirt. Oh, one other thing I wanted to highlight, which I feel like I highlight on every video, are my LL Bean. These are long johns, but they are silk, so they are very lightweight and very thin, but it keeps the heat in and it wicks away moisture to keep you cool. So it's perfect for winter and summer, and depending upon what I have on, especially on the plane, I will layer those up. In the jumpsuit that I showed you, I would not wear those. That jumpsuit was actually very toasty, maybe because I was just moving around. But coming back for that outfit, I'm thinking I might take that to wear it. Now, this is the last thing that I was on the fence about. I have actually worn this. I wore this on my cruise last year, and I wore like a black tank dress underneath. And I want to think that it was not as long as this dress. But, you know, if you were being really fancy and extra, this could be a gorgeous beach or pool. I would wear this to the pool, not the beach. Cover up. So here's the whole look. Maybe with just like a plain black bikini. Now, again, what I love about it is the adornment goes all the way around. They do have it not on the side because that's where you put your arm down and you're going to rub. This is coming off brown, maybe because of the maroon jumpsuit I have underneath, but it is black and sheer and sparkly. So I'm on the fence about this one. If I take it, I don't know. I don't know if it would be a pool or a dinner or both outfit. So that is the last item. I hope that you have been able to gather some tips or tricks that you can use when you pack for your next vacation or your next getaway. Yeah, and like I said, will be showing this video. Probably I will have been back or maybe be away, I'm not sure. And then you can watch the following vlog, my Wednesday upload, to see what I actually ended up wearing. So we have come to the end. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as I am still a new YouTuber trying to grow my channel. Thank you so much to all my subscribers who I have now, and you guys be safe out there.